75,000 naira new minimum wage to workers in the state. The chairman of the Nigerian Civil Service Union in the state, Chukwuma Osuna, said the payment, which began with November salaries, has been widely celebrated by civil servants in the state. Meanwhile, Organized Labour has vowed to shut down states that refused to implement the 70,000 naira new national minimum wage to their workers. Now let's share the mood of the Rivers State workers with you.
There are some states that there is no conversation whatsoever. As you could recall, that as we speak today, Cross River, there is a 2 days warning strike that is currently going on in Cross River State because the government of Cross River State is not responsive to the plight of workers regarding the issues of minimum wage. There is no conversation going on currently in Zamfara State on how the new minimum wage will be implemented and how the consequential adjustment should be done. So we are hereby calling on the governor of Zamfara to emulate what is happening in the state that is very close to him, that also have similar.
Okay, well, I love that song, by the River State workers. But looking at it, River State governor fulfilling that promise, he made that promise. And now he's fulfilling it despite all of the challenges, the political challenges. What are your thoughts?
Political challenges do not get in the way of the payment of workers' salaries. Yes. Political challenges do not get in the way. Look at Adama, for example. Adama is not one of the rich states in our country. It was the first to pay. It was the first to pay. So some states that are rich, some of them are wasting time. How can an oil-bearing state, for example, be delaying implementation of minimum wage? It makes absolutely no sense. I'm happy that Governor Fubara is paying above the 70.
Exactly.
Because they have the resources to pay. They can even do better than that. If Lagos pays 100,000 minimum wage, and won't go and stand on the rooftop and be
because you know that
clapping.
It has the...
They have the capacity. It's a minimum wage. No one is saying it's the threshold. What it means is you cannot go below it. No one is saying, oh, that is the ceiling. Okay. Don't go beyond 70,000. But we'll be happy to see states pay above 70,000. So, in our country, for building roads that was appropriated for the budget, will come out
and celebrate with,
things that do not bother people in other countries. So, we have permitted the evident lack of empathy of our leaders for too long because our standards are not high. Somebody provides motorized borehole in the community. They will call a party. They will be praising. This is just
your
payment of people's salary. Should not be something to roll out the drums for. No, I don't think that is right. we should demand a lot more from them. Creating an environment for job creation, for expansion of the economy, creating an environment for education to thrive in our country. Why should a country so inferior to India in population have much more house of school children than Indians? Why should a country extremely inferior to India, which is the most populated country in the world currently, have far more people guilty of open defecation than India? So we have things...
Because raising serious issues.
We have issues that should bother us much more than simply paying salary. But if some governors have chosen not to pay, or they are vacillating, I support Labour gunning for those governors. The way things were done in the past, my view was wrong. Whereby, in Zamfara now, the governor just recently began to implement the 30,000 minimum wage.
Just recently?
Yes.
Since 2019?
They just began, just some months back, to implement 30,000. So maybe it's just still thinking of, okay, how do I now, mean that I just implemented 30,000, go to 70. But I believe that he has to engage Labour. They have to sit down, determine how much they can pay, certainly not below 70,000. Then talk about the consequential adjustments, because that is the real elephant in the room. Many people think, oh, it's just minimum wage. There is a consequential adjustment that will make the entire wage bill to balloon.
Could that be the reason for the delay in those affected states?
It has to be one of the reasons, because you can't just get up and say, I want to pay.
You need to negotiate.
You need to negotiate. You need to look at what the revenue streams and try to conjecture what could happen when we begin to do the consequential adjustments. Where will it take us to?
Okay.
Will it shoot through the roof?
Okay.
So they need to, the government